The female loneliness epidemic in the UK. Something strange is happening in the UK right now. More and more women are feeling lonely, emotionally disconnected and dissatisfied with modern relationships. Despite social media and all these dating apps, despite being more connected digitally, this generation is experiencing loneliness like never before. And you think that these social media sites will make life a lot easier for people in 2026. So today we're going to talk about the female loneliness epidemic in the UK. If you like my content on modern dating, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Guys, I had to leave my house today because I woke up crying because I had a horrible nightmare. I had a nightmare that's actually very sad. That's why I had to come and get this green juice. I had a dream that I was at uni and I was so lonely, and I was on the bus with my boyfriend, and I actually begged my boyfriend to come with me to uni because I was so lonely, and I was falling in the stream. Like, I was falling, like ugly crying, like on the bus, like crying so much. And it was so sad because I actually used to be very lonely before. I know.
Ladies, this is your fault. You wanted us to leave you alone, so we said, you know what, forget this, we're gonna leave you alone. So now that we're leaving you alone, you're feeling alone. The female liberation has told you that you're strong, independent, and don't need a man, so there's no need for a man to approach you, try to get your number, or even date you anymore. Instead of choosing a man, you chose the bear. So ladies, now you have to take accountability for your bad decisions.
Me, lonely, yes. Never alone, but I always had this like deep sense of loneliness. Like, I know how to explain it. I feel like when it comes to loneliness, yeah, people assume it's always like not having people around you, but you can have people around you and still feel very lonely. I don't know, sometimes I think it stems from being an only child. But anyways, let's not get into that on the streets. I just wanted to let anyone know who's feeling lonely, but you're not alone.
Let's cut the nonsense. In 2026, a lot more women are getting lonelier and lonelier. The liberation movement told you you don't need a man, right? So men should just stay clear of you, right? If a man approaches you, he's a creep. He's something wrong with him. He's a bad person if he approaches you. I remember the good old days where I used to approach women in public and it was no shame attached to it. And now in 2026, if you approach a woman and she don't find you attractive, you will get shamed. She will put you on social media and embarrass you and have these all sorts of allegations towards your name, which you're just an innocent man trying to get to know a woman that you think is attractive. So fellas, you just have to tread lightly and choose women that choose you. If you like my content on modern dating, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
The world can feel like such a lonely place sometimes, and as somebody who's suffered chronically with feeling lonely and isolated, I always want to try and make other people feel less lonely. The problem with being female, and I guess male, when you're trying to reach out to the opposite sex, is that can be like really misinterpreted. So I'm just sitting in a cafe now and I'm doing some of my coursework, and a guy came in and he was talking to the barista, and I got the impression from what he was saying that he was quite lonely. And then he came and sat on the table next to me, and I just really wanted to just talk to him, just to be friendly, but what I didn't want was it to come across that I was hitting on him, because...
And what's wrong if you're coming across as if you're hitting on him? Whatever is wrong with that is a male-female interaction, right? If you find a guy attractive, why not make your move? You see, society these days is so confusing, right? What's wrong with making a guy known that you're interested, right? Because back in the day when a woman wanted a guy to approach her, she'll drop her handkerchief, he'll come and pick it up, they'll interact, go on a date, get married, have children, and that was the end of that story. But nowadays people want to make the interaction between male and female so complicated when it's not even complicated, right? Approaching a woman, male and female interaction is supposed to be easy as 1, 2, 3. But women these days are just making it hard for themselves not to meet the opposite gender. So ladies, this is your fault, right? I love you, I love women, but ladies, this is your fault. You went along with the liberation movement. The liberation movement said to you, you're strong, independent, you don't need a man. And now in 2026, loneliness is hitting us like a ton of bricks.
It wasn't that at all. I just felt like I could feel his loneliness. But so many times before, I've tried to be friendly
Reach out and touch the brother.
and it's turned out with me getting myself in a bad situation and being told that I'm a tease or whatever, when really I'm not. I mean, you can see the state of me. I'm not exactly dressed for going on the pool. But it still seems to get misinterpreted. And it's so sad, because I think we just need to be there for each other. But it's always made to feel like it's something else.
Lady, you are a tease, right? Because even if you're wearing a do-rag or a bonnet, a man will come up to you. If a man finds you attractive, he's going to come up to you and make his move. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? You're an attractive female. He's a red-blooded male. So when he sees you and he's attracted to you, of course he's going to make his move. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Why are we making this male-female interaction thing so complicated in 2026? It's like we've taken 10 steps forward and we're making 5 steps backward. Well, it's like we're moonwalking backwards like we're Michael Jackson. Come on, people, let's get it together. Let's stop the nonsense, right? We need to keep this male-female interaction thing going. If you're liking this video so far, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Today I really experienced the feeling of loneliness, and I wanted to speak about this because of course I come on here and I speak so much about, like, yes, solo dates, going out by yourself. Of course I don't really have friends, I'm single, so of course solo dates are going to be something that I do on a daily basis. But that feeling today of actually feeling lonely, like, I don't know, like literally just a bit lonely, was a really horrible feeling, and I haven't had that in such a long time. But I definitely wanted to share it because I know I'm not the only one, and I feel back to my normal self now. But it was just that moment of like you know, like, anyway, just wanted to share it and hopefully help anyone else who's feeling.
Now, she's an attractive woman. If I saw her on the road, I'm moving to her and I'm getting her digits. But what's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this picture is that she's an attractive woman and she's alone. So what does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? That the liberation movement, the female liberation movement, has misinformed these women out here. Because a woman as attractive as her should not be alone. She should be married with children. But she's out here in the streets with her camera phone, you know, crying to the camera how lonely she is, when that shouldn't be the case. Ladies, you've drank the Kool-Aid of deception. You should drink some water and cleanse your kidney of that deception. A lot of attractive women out here, but they're lonely as French toast. Like, what the heck is going on in society? Ladies, this is your fault. This is your fault, ladies. You should have never fell for the okie doke, right? You should have never subscribed to the female liberation movement. Yeah? You should have told them to kick rocks when they came to you about you don't need a man. Look what's happening to our women now in 2026. Share your thoughts down in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
I am not well right now. I'm not well right now because I just discovered some backstory as it pertains to this lady out in London who's talking about how she don't got no friends and how sad she is and how lonely she is because, you know, she doesn't have anybody who she can talk to or engage with or do things with. And so she comes on here and she's like super duper sad about it. She makes a whole video. She's literally crying. And a bunch of people start commenting in her comment section, basically saying like, yo, I too have no friends. I too am really, really lonely. And actually, I would love to link up with you. Like, we should all get together and like be friends since we don't got no friends. And so then the girl, her name is Terry, the lady out in London. All of this happens out in London. Terry, she's like, cool, bet, I'm gonna set up a whole link up and we're all gonna get together and we're gonna meet. And so she does that.
How about organizing an event so that men and women can interact with each other, meet each other, go on a date, get married, you know, or something, right? You want to organize a ladies retreat where ladies are linking up with each other. Lonely ladies in London are meeting up with each other to keep each other's company. This is how warped society is, right? Where ladies don't even want to interact with men anymore. But then at the same time, ladies are complaining about being lonely and saying that men are lonely. You know what? Men are lonely. But the difference between men and women is that men, we're getting on with it, right? As for women, they're coming on camera, on TikTok, on social media, bawling their eyes out as to why they can't find a good man, why they're so lonely, why they can't find no man to marry them, because the female liberation movement has taught women that, oh, we don't need a man, and men are bad people, and men are this and men are that. Well, ladies, I hate to say this, but you reap what you sow. If you put out negative energy, it will come back to you. And this is what's happening to our women now in 2026. They're out here alone, crying, sleeping in a king-size bed all by themselves. They got all breeds of dogs, but they ain't got no man. Sadness out here, bare sadness. So ladies and gents, what do you think? Are women really alone in the UK? Or are women just being picky when it comes to men? I'm interested in knowing your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And this has been Modern Mindset with Sir Boss. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Until next time, peace.